Hi, fellow birdies. Welcome back to another edition of Songbyrd Eating Show. This time with a special guest, my
Me.
husband. So, hi guys, how you doing today? My name is Crystal. I'm your host, and you're watching another edition of Songbyrd Eating Show. Today, my husband is with me, and we are doing something you guys have been wanting to see for a long time. This is Five Guys. Now, it's a chain known for their cheeseburgers, hot dogs, and I'll say they have some good fries. And when you order their fries, they'll give you a lot in the bag. Today, we're going to be doing a part three of Never Have I Ever. We have some new questions, and we hope you guys will have fun learning more about us as we answer them. Before we begin, be sure to click the right button down below to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell to receive notifications. So, are you ready? Let's get started. Let's see. I'm going to try the fries first, I think. Ketchup. Mmm. They have some of the best fries. It's like almost as good as McDonald's. Or maybe as good as McDonald's.
Better than McDonald's.
I ended up getting the little bacon cheeseburger. Now, when you get a burger from there, the little one is the same size as the regular burger. He got the regular cheeseburger, so definitely a big one.
What can I say? I believe in the Godzilla concept. Size does matter.
But alright, we're going to go ahead and start answering some questions.
Yep. And
The
for each
first-
question, we're going to put yes or no.
Something like that. I think never have I ever gotten stitches. 3, 2, 1. No. I don't know why it's backwards, but like, I don't know. Yes, no. I have never had stitches before in my life because of any injury, but he has, so he'll explain.
I had a particularly nasty incident. I think it was like 7-ish. Basically, my dad was about to go to work. I was in bed, saying bye-bye, Daddy. And then I decided to, lay back, at pretty high speed. And I smacked my head into the corner of the bedside nightstand.
Oh my god, that had to hurt.
Oh, yeah. Lots of stitches, lots of blood.
A very gory sight. Next question. Never have I ever gone vegan. 3, 2, 1. I guess
Wait.
you can. Yeah, no. I guess you can sort of say that I have, like, when I was growing up, I wasn't, like, really eating meats or anything because my dad wasn't, like, really for that. But we did eat fish. So I guess you can sort of say it was, like, semi-veganism. Like, I would mainly eat greens and pasta and ice cream when I was growing up, and, milk, but I never did really eat meat. The only time I ever did eat meat, though, was when my mama would make some scrambled eggs. Now, I guess you can technically say it's meat, right?
No.
So, that's when I ate eggs. And I ate real eggs. So, that was a semi-veganism, but now I don't mind eating meat, like, with that. Speaking of which, would you like to take a bite?
Sure.
Alright, bon appetit. Mm-hmm. Good. Mm-hmm. What do you think about it?
Needs a little bit more sauce.
It's never perfect.
I'm very, what's the word? Picky?
Aren't we all picky? Have I ever ridden an animal? 3, 2, 1. I have.
Horses for both of us.
Yep. But it's been quite a long time for me. I think the last time I rode a horse was, oh gosh, maybe when I was like a little girl or something. Like my mom took me to a friend's of hers house. So she's into these Native American stuff. So this guy had like horses and stuff. And he let me ride one. So that was a cool experience. What about you?
Well, for me, I vaguely remember riding a horse once, But I also remember riding family's dog. Yeah, not like hard, but like kind of, sort of. Like,
So yeah, we both had experiences with animals. Never have I ever had a treehouse. 3, 2, 1. Nope. I never
Yes.
grew up with one because we didn't really have many trees at our house. Like when we did have trees, they were like along the side of the property, and they were huge. Like there was no way you could build a treehouse on that.
When I was, until I was like 12, my dad had a, treehouse built for me. Listen, I used to play there with all my friends. It was big enough, like, it was like 2 levels, kind of like a ship, attached to the tree, like, and then you could, like, you climb up with, like, a little ladder.
I think my dad actually had a treehouse growing up as well. Like, I think this was like when he first moved to Huntsville, which is in North Alabama. I think it was like 1963. He was only 10. And they built a treehouse, or maybe it was during his high school years that they built a treehouse for somebody. He did have one too. So, I don't know. But I never got to experience one. Never have I ever had a bad allergic reaction. 3, 2, 1. I have, and it was when I was a little girl. I don't know if I'm still allergic to the medicine, but it was an allergy medicine, Claritin. And I took it, and it made me break out. Like I had a bunch of red spots over my face or something, or body. So I quit taking it, and went away. I mean, I don't know why. So, and supposedly I also have a allergic reaction to sulfa drugs, whatever those are used for.
Personally, I just find it ironic that Claritin makes you break out.
Right, when I got allergies, it should help, right? It makes you
You
break
are not
out.
Claritin clear.
Let's see, next question. Never have I ever tried to cut my own hair. 3, 2, 1. I have, and I'm tempted to do it again because I still have yet to be to a barber shop since this, stuff started a few months ago. And I've been meaning to get my hair trimmed a little bit. But
She's been practicing with me.
I did give him a haircut a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you guys noticed. But I'm sure he's really appreciative of it. I tried my best.
I
Because
thought it was awesome. I'm happy I cut my hair.
my mama actually used to be a barber, and she owned a barber shop back in the 80s. And, of course she didn't own it when I was, growing up, of course, but I saw her cut my dad's hair so many times, and my hair, I just sort of basically, learned it from her and what I saw. She taught me so much. So I have a lot to be thankful for because of her. Never have I ever worked at a fast food restaurant. 3, 2, 1. No.
Yes.
He's a Subway guy.
Yep. And I still like the food eaten in today, no matter how the working relationship ended.
I know, it's like oh, you didn't work there for too long, did you?
Not really. It was an interesting ending, I'll say that.
But we probably won't go into it for reasons. Let's see. Next question. Never have I ever sung karaoke in front of people. 3, 2, 1. Both of us are very guilty of that. Except, though, I love singing. I might showcase this sometime. And, he just did it because, he wanted to join in on the fun. But, you might say you don't have a good voice, but I think you do.
I still disagree. You have the amazing voice.
No.
I butcher ZZ Top.
But, yeah, I have missed doing karaoke quite a bit. I remember doing it a lot as a kid. Especially, as a preteen and a teenager growing up. It was just a cool, wonderful time. Never have I ever been on a TV or radio. 3, 2, 1. I think I have. I do remember, one segment. It was about when I was, 13 or something. It was on Channel 48 News. And this was in Huntsville, Alabama. Of course, my dad at the time. I think the lady reporter's name was Robin McGlawn or something like that. And she was at the art museum. I was actually volunteering there at the time to help out with school classrooms for little kids. And, they had a exhibit art gallery featured at the time about firefighters and 9/11 stuff. And my dad and I went to it, and we just happened to be featured in a video slide or something. So
That's kind of cool.
yeah. on TV. But I've never actually been, like interviewed for any news story or anything like that. I don't think.
What about that one for ASMR? I think you mentioned.
Oh, I think it was like some sort of English, BBC thing. I answered a few questions from this reporter by voice text, and they just featured my voice on a radio program, so that was pretty cool. Have I ever read a whole novel in one day? 3, 2, 1. Back in the day, I was definitely a good reader. I could finish a Harry Potter book within 3 or 4 hours, I think.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the same myself with, what was it? Half-Blood Prince. I wiped out in like 4 hours.
I'll tell you, and he still does it today. Like, he'll, not maybe like paperback, but he reads like fan fiction stuff on his phone. He'll read it really quickly.
Yeah, like there was like this 250,000 word fanfic that I found last night, and I read in the course of roughly 6 hours, all told.
Wow, very impressive. Next question. Have I ever drove over a curb? 3, 2, 1. I think pretty much everybody can be guilty of that at some point in their lives. Like, for example, like rubbing a tire or something. So, like, accidentally, not on purpose, but we don't exactly pay attention all the time when we're driving our cars. So, what about you?
I know a few times. One, like, for example, I was turning out for my parents' driveway, and I just turned a little bit too soon.
Is this when you had to have your wheel replaced or something like that? Like you bumped
this is completely different.
Oh, okay. I've had one of these things since March. It's been a long time. Let's see, next question.
Yep, it's our first time ever having 5 guys together.
Indeed. Never have I ever traveled to a foreign country. 3, 2, 1. He has. He's been to Costa Rica and Peru.
Indeed, as I mentioned a couple of times, actually. But, yeah, both for study abroad when I was, in like my early 20s, like trying to get my, first my regular degree, then my master's.
Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you, he had the opportunity to learn Spanish a little bit while he was there, too.
Mm-hmm.
Although, it's been so long that he probably doesn't remember too much. Right? Never have I ever learned a foreign language. 3, 2, 1. I guess you can kind of say I tried to, like, when I was in high school, I was trying to learn Spanish, but it was just so difficult that I just gave up, like, immediately. So I never really have, like, put in an effort to try to learn a whole language fully. But what about you?
I've learned enough that I can muddle, through a conversation. Not enough that I would claim fluency.
Yeah. Last question. Never have I spent an entire day watching reality TV.
Really?
3, 2, 1.
I feel like I need to learn about this.
I think I remember it was like back in the day, when I was a teenager, I used to binge watch a lot of Bachelor. Because I found it's not because I was really interested, because I thought it was kind of funny. I guess, like, and I still don't really make sense of it to this day. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Did you prefer The Bachelor or The Bachelorette?
Both.
Interesting.
Like, oh, I'm gonna give a rose to you. Oh, I'm gonna give a rose to you. And oh, sorry, I don't have any more roses left. Like, and then, boom, a few years later, they're divorced. It never lasts, really. I have not heard many of that last. So, it's just not something that really works out too much in the end.
Final question. I came up with.
Okay.
Never have I ever gone without air conditioning or heating for a month.
3, 2, 1. Nope. Like, if most, I'd probably go without a day or two of it. because we would usually have someone to fix it, come out and fix it, or either that, fix it ourselves.
When I was in Costa Rica,
What happened?
they didn't have air conditioning there.
Oh my god.
I mean, at least in that house. Yeah. So, well, actually, it wasn't air conditioning. It heated. Like during the nights, when, like, even though it's summer for us, it's colder for them. Kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Like I'd sleep with multiple pillows on top of me just so I could keep warm. Like 6. It worked. I needed it.
So you went there during the wintertime, or was it summer?
Our summer.
Our summer.
Yeah, like below the equator. Although I need to check if Costa Rica's like that.
Is it below the equator?
I didn't know for sure. Like I need to double check that. It's been so long.
It might be. I don't know.
Either way, like the nights were so cold that I definitely needed like multiple pillows.
I'll tell you, even now it's like, especially during the wintertime here, he has to sleep with a pillow on top of him. I will admit that.
It's pretty warm. And hey, you're the one who sleeps with a pillow underneath her.
But anyway, guys, that's all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed this little mukbang we had and answering some funny and cute questions and learning more about us. If you haven't already, be sure to click the red button down below to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell to receive notifications. And we will see you guys next time. We're planning either Panda Express or the shakaroni pizza from Papa John's. Oh, both sound really good, don't they?
I'm having a hard time to say. I'm leaning more towards the Panda Express.
Okay, boy, some Chinese food. Anyway, this is Crystal and
Charles.
Sonia. Bye, birdies.